What basic, children's age-level fact did you only find out embarrassingly later in life? My grandma always made me eat the crust of my bread because it has the most nutrients. In college, when I told my younger cousin that in front of my grandma, she laughed and said, "I only told you that so you wouldn't waste the crust." Similarly, that if you turn the lights on and off too fast you'll start a fire. Once I became a parent I realized it's just a way to stop kids from being annoying. My 31-year-old girlfriend thought islands don't touch the bottom of the ocean. Once when I was 17 I was losing my mind trying to find cupcake mix in the baking aisle. Only to then have the epiphany that cupcakes are just small cakes. I had to tell my aunt, at the age of 60, that cats and dogs cannot interbreed and create some sort of hybrid cat-dog. She didn't believe me at first, so I had to tell her lots of half-people half-sheep would be running around if that was the case. A pony is not a baby horse. I'm 47, and learned that less than a decade ago. Reindeer are a real animal. When I found out about Father Christmas I thought that meant reindeer weren't real. I was very much an adult when I was very confused, and excited, to see one in real life. Lol. Okay, so I grew up on a small farm. We had cows, chickens, pig, rabbits and goats and more. On occasion we had to shear the goats would hold very still when being sheared. Like statue still. I saw this on pretty regular occasion. When my parents would take me to get a haircut they would tell the barber to give me a billy goat cut. Of course to me this meant hold really still, so I did. Had the same barber for a long time. Eventually he passed when I was in high school, leaving me to find a new barber. Imagine my and the new barber's surprise when he said, "How do you want it cut?" And I said I just want a normal billy goat cut. This is one of those things that makes me cringe at night. Found out that jackalopes are not real and a creation from taxidermist and other folklore. Was absolutely mindblown and Scooby-Doo betrayed my younger mind. One of my mates from my master's, grad school, didn't know that there were male and female chickens. He thought roosters and hens were different breeds. The same went for cows. He justifies hating cheese because he thought cow's milk was cow urine. We had to explain to him that piss is not stored in the udders and also asked him what he thought happened when human mothers breastfed newborns. Piss ain't stored in the tits, mate. We were 24 at the time. Tim, if you're reading this you were way smarter than me at neuro-ophthalmology lol. Why there are number 10 birthday candles in stores. I was complaining about it with my husband and he said, "You're supposed to put 1 and 0 together," and that was the lowest point in my entire life. Edit. So apparently some of you don't understand. 1. I was just in the store with my husband when I saw some candles. I wasn't looking for wedding candles when I was 10. Obviously. 2. I understand that there might be some candles that are 1 and 0 put together, or some variation that goes higher. I was merely saying that I hadn't seen one before. 3. I'm not stupid. It was a simple error that I've only thought about like 5 times. I wasn't forming my entire personality around this one fact. But to those that were civil and jokey, thanks. Y'all are actually really funny. A few years ago I was searching for different classical pieces in Spotify. Getting frustrated that every version Spotify had of works by composers like Beethoven and Bach were covers, performed by modern orchestras. My idiot brain was looking for original recordings from the 18th century until it finally realized how dumb that was. I had my CPA license before I realized pickles are actually cucumbers. Howdy is short for, how do you do? I'm from Pennsylvania. When they do the nightly lottery drawings on TV, they always add a reminder at the end. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. So, naturally, I just assumed that a lot of elderly people won the lottery. When I was a teen I made a joke to my dad about him turning 50 and having a better shot at winning the lottery, and he looked at me like I was nuts. Turns out that, benefits older Pennsylvanians every day, means that the lottery is a fundraiser for senior services, and here I was thinking that it meant grandma was winning millions on her scratch-offs. Thought the former leader of North Korea was Kim Jong-il for an embarrassingly long time. I somehow managed to avoid hearing his name said out loud. Or written in a serif font, apparently. My mom used to tell me the car doesn't start if the seat belts aren't buckled. Didn't know that wasn't a real feature until I was 22. There's no chemical in the pool that reveals pee. A buddy and I were talking about it and we both realized at the same time that neither of us have actually seen it. We looked it up and felt dumb as hell. And #X200B. Edit. Yes, before you type it out, I know chlorine and pee combined creates that pool smell. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm referring to that mythical chemical they put in a pool that changes color when somebody pisses in the pool water, and identifies who peed. That doesn't exist, it's what they tell kids to scare them out of pissing in the pool. Okay, here goes. I am almost a senior citizen. But a couple weeks ago, I learned they actually laid cable across the Atlantic for telegraph. I was in tears when my hubby told me because I thought he was joking with me when he said they laid cable for telegraph. I said, no they didn't, that's impossible. But he was not joking and cable was put between the continents. Then I got very upset because I was never taught that in school. Coral is an animal. I always thought it was an undersea plant. It took me an embarrassingly long time before I realized that when a movie had a blurb from Rolling Stone, it wasn't the Rolling Stones reviewing it.